Hi, welcome back to the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. Now, I didn't expect for me to make another video quite soon, but let me tell you, they have given me a lot, and I think they wanted me to get these footage, okay, for whatever reason. They have their reason, and it's because I guess they want me to expose it. Well, I am going to expose it. I'm not going to not expose it. I am going to expose it. So I'm going to give you guys what you want. I'm talking to the orchestrators of these programs, right? Who are, stringing the civilian puppets, okay, your civilian perps out there on the street. So they've given me a lot. So let's talk about what it is that's going on here. So, Coercive Persuasion Program, right? Being used to isolate, to try to indoctrinate, to destroy the mental, physical, biological capacity of a human being. The use of family, friends, neighbors, strangers, co-workers to facilitate a psychological harassment campaign, a psychological torture campaign. The use of those in authority, the police, the use of emergency vehicles and emergency technicians or personnel, firefighters, paramedics, nurses, doctors, to basically hide and harass an individual who they have implanted a microchip in, that they're trying to hide. So they basically using this coercive persuasion program as a tool to discredit. Okay, the fact that I'm going to get an MRI next week, and they're afraid of that. They are afraid that the microchip will be discovered. Okay, if they haven't already got to the people in the facilities to I guess hide the fact that I've been implanted. Okay, so right now they're running scared, and so now they're doing all sorts of stuff. Okay, trying to make it seem like I'm scared of them. I'm not afraid of them. Okay, if for whatever reason they think I am, I'm not. Do I get scared sometimes? Yes, I do, because again, the technology that's being used, particularly when it's being used in your children, your loved ones, and those in your immediate circle, and that's why my circle is like this. Very, very small. It's like a pinhole. Okay. So, went to pick up my kids, and again, the use of psychological threats to try to take away my disabilities. So all of a sudden, now they bombarded me with people in wheelchairs. Okay. Then they start using Asian people, right? So I was walking, this Asian lady with her two kids, just walk right across with me, staring down at my crotch area, and you'll see in the video because I have that video to show it. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that they try to do. Okay, which I talked about all the time, right? So it's to the intimidation, and that's basically what's been happening over the past couple weeks. The heavy-handed tactics that being deployed by the architect and the perpetrators of this program. So intimidate the person with the force of group-sanctioned secular psychological threats. For example, it may be suggested or implied that failure to adopt the approved attitude, belief, or consequent behavior will lead to severe punishment or dire consequences such as physical or mental illness, which they all try to do. Either try to physically harm me, or try to say, well, they have mentally harmed me and physically harmed me. So that's not that's not anything new. Okay, but they keep repeating the subliminal messages, right? The intimidation tactic, intimidation message, right? The reappearance of prior physical illness, such as my back, which has been hurting lately. Also, the joints in my fingers have been paining me. Especially my pointing finger. I can't even press anything on it because the joints in my fingers have. I don't know if if the cartilage have deteriorated or what have you because of the directed energy weapons being used on me. But this is what's happening, and I have to go get an X-ray on my fingers as well. So they're afraid of that, right? They're afraid of any type of evidence to show that you, the targeted person, have been psychologically, physically, biologically, chemically damaged by what it is that they have done, right? Because somehow they have these people believing that what they're doing doesn't harm the person, right? Because they have them believe that it's a psychological thing that's going on here, but it's more than that, okay? So drug dependence, economic collapse, and like again with the ongoing subliminal threats of taking away my disability or saying that I'm not disabled physically because sometimes I don't use my cane to walk, and the reason why I'm not using my cane to walk right now is because I'm taking a muscle relaxer, which I don't take all the time. But being that I am taking a muscle relaxer, that's why I walk, to exercise the muscle in my leg, because if I use the cane all the time, along with the cramps, my leg seizes up, my back seizes up. So but again, when the people out there who's participating in this are not educated, or even if they are educated but not educated when it comes to this sort of program and the lies that they're being told and the manipulation and the tactics that's being used against the TI, yeah, you're ignorant, because again, you're not educated on the fact. You believe whatever it is that they want to tell you, and that's it. Okay, as long as you make you feel good targeting someone, right? You feel very happy, right? All right, destroy somebody's life. But this is the behavior that they have these people engage in. All right, so economic collapse, social failure, divorce, disintegration, failure to find a mate, all wrapped into one. This is what they continues to do. It's ongoing, never ending, and they may try to shut you up, but listen, this is what happened, okay, when they do try to shut you up, okay? Alright, so why are coercive psychological systems harmful? And they are harmful, and they know this, but they engage in it anyway, okay? Coercive psychological systems violate our most fundamental concept of basic human rights. They violate the rights of the individuals that are guaranteed by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution and affirmed by many declarations of principle worldwide. Not also that, but they violate our sovereignty, they violate our safety, our privacy, all those things, alright? So here, by confusing, intimidating, and silencing their victims, those who profit, and they do profit from the technology because they're studying the technology, okay? When we're implanted, or whatever chemical they inject in our body, is all experiments, okay? To see whatever it is, how the person reacts to it, what the result is, and so forth and so forth. They profit from these because if they're successful in whatever trials and experiment that they're doing, they'll be paid a handsome amount of money, okay, for that technology, okay, for that medicine or what have you, okay. So those who profit from these systems evade exposure and prosecution for actions recognized as harmful and which are illegal in most countries, such as fraud, false imprisonment, undue influence, involuntary servitude, intentional infliction of emotional distress, outrageous conduct, and other torturous acts. Let me just say something about the involuntary servitude. When I was working, okay, when it was time for me to get my paycheck, they would try to make me believe that I wasn't going to get paid, and if I say anything about it, that they're going to send the police after me. Okay, this is what they were trying to do to me. So when it comes to involuntary servitude, this is what they do, and I'm sure a lot of people may have fallen for this and are in fact working, not being paid because of what's being done to them under the system. Okay, all right. So I just wanted to touch on that. Okay, so now let's go to the video. So previously I showed this video, okay, and it wasn't until I got home that it dawned on me the reason why this guy here, okay, he didn't want to cross over because he's not stopping to let him pass, as you see, because this guy, he just went, okay, and then he goes with the palm thing again, showing me his palm. Okay, but also look at the outfit that he has on. All right, so what he's having, he had on the shoulders, right, the sleeves of his shirt is this pattern. This is a camouflage pattern, white and gray, with a light gray and a dark gray, and a tan color. Okay, same pattern he has here. So I got home with the kids after being heavily targeted, and you'll see, they're retaliating against me. So my daughter was like, "Daddy, can you take off my shoes, take off my pants, and take off my shirt?" So I said, "Okay, fine." Took off her shoes, took off her pants, took off her socks, and then for some reason, again, we talk about dark NLP, right? Triggers and anchors. Okay. When I saw this, it triggered me. Okay. So I said, "Where did I see this? Where did I see this? And why is she wearing this? This is not even her socks. This is her brother's socks. This is Ethan's socks." Okay. Now my daughter has plenty of socks in her drawer. Right. This is one of her socks. Okay. She has plenty of socks, different color socks, plain socks, plenty of socks. So why would Pam put this socks on her? Okay, now again, see how I'm showing how they use Pam to engage in the coercive persuasion, targeting, psychological harassment, psychological torture program that they're running. Okay, so then she calls me today, and I've noticed the past couple of conversations I've had with her. At the end of the phone call, she says to me, "Bye, bye, bye." The repeated bye, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay? Repeatedly saying this, and I'm going to give you an example of this. Let's see if I can pull up that call, because she knows I record everything. Okay? She knows that. Me being a TI, she knows I record everything. But like I said, she's a very absent-minded person, even though I'm absent-minded because of my targeting, because of the damage they've done to my mindset. But she's absent-minded naturally. Okay? So let me see here. Let's go to, here we go. Let's see the conversation that I had with her earlier. Let me see if it's there. Okay, surprise. There isn't a conversation with her. There's a recording that I have from another TI today. Okay, but I am surprised that I didn't have any conversation. I see there that nothing was recorded, even though their number showed up, right? Their number showed up, but her number didn't show up. Her number did not show up. I wonder why is that? Because, with these people, again, they will, if they know that they're going to be using her to target me and doing that, that repeated of saying the word goodbye over and over as we end our conversation, they will prevent me from having any type of recording of that. And so from now on, I am going to make sure that this software is recording the calls, because for some reason it doesn't. Now it's supposed to do it automatically. Immediately if I have a call and it comes in, it starts recording. But for some reason it is not recording. Okay? And again, this is the things that they'll do. Okay, simply because they don't want you gathering any evidence of what it is that they're doing. So for whatever reason, it stops recording. Wow. But anyway, since I can't show it, then I guess it's my word against this. But anyway, like I said, right? So recently, the past couple of phone calls that I have with her at the end of the conversation, she's repeatedly saying the word goodbye, goodbye. It's not, good night, talk to you later, is goodbye, 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 repeatedly, right? So I've noticed that. And it isn't the first time that they've done it. Whenever I'm being attacked this heavily, she'll do stuff like that, okay? So as well as, again, walking, with the palm of her hands facing me as her hands rest behind her lower back, okay? So again, this is it. So this is how they trigger you. This is how we talk about DOC NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, the creation of anchors and triggers. Okay, so again, see how big this socks is? Look how big this socks is. Okay, my daughter is 5 years old. These socks are way too big for her. So why would Pamela put these socks on her, knowing that she has plenty of socks? Okay, see, this is her socks. This is her size. Okay, this is Ethan's sock. Look how big this is. You can't even see this. It's way bigger than the camera. Okay, that I'm able to show on screen. So this is her socks. So again, this is the things that they do, right? This is retaliation, and this is how they use Pam, and which now makes me really, I'm not gonna say anything about that. It's just unbelievable. Okay, that she would even participate in this stuff. Okay, I'm telling you. And with the technology, she's influenced by it also, just as my daughter. So let me tell you all. So as we were walking back from picking up the kids from school, she told me she had an icy in her bag. So I opened her bag, I gave her the icy, I gave her the spoon, and she held the icy in her hand, and she just let it go and dropped the icy on the floor. And then I said to her, well, you drop your icy, you can't get any more. And she started crying, right? Because she dropped her icy. Of course, she wanted to eat her icy, but for some reason, with the mind control technology, caused her to drop the icy on the floor. So at that point, we're like, okay. I said to her, let's go to the Dollar Tree and let's get you some ices. We can get you the same icy, or the little icy in the little cup, and that way you can get more than one, right? So we proceeded to the Dollar Tree, and there's a whole stuff that's going on. But I recorded it all, so you guys are gonna see. Okay, so let me do this here. It's my file. Okay, all right, here we go. So let's. Where's the video here? Okay. All right. Now again, here's just leaving the building. Video is about. So I'm leaving the building, and immediately as I exited the building, the guy who was wearing a red shirt, he was leaning against the wall. He was with a group of guys over here. He sees me, and he starts walking in the direction I'm walking. Of the color red, right? Okay, this is me narrating it as it happened. Here's one perp standing here. No, he's moving. See me going. Right there. See him on the right. Okay. There's the other one across the street. Okay, so this is the guy. So he was standing with a group of guys, and he sees me come out the building, and he gets up off the wall, and he starts walking in the same direction that I'm going. Okay? Again, using the color red. Right? So it's a red theme for the past couple of days. Okay? So here's the other guy. Okay? He lives in Pam's building. Okay? See that? So the color, there's another red car. So all of a sudden, red car. There's a whole bunch of red cars started parking up on Pam's block and also on my block. Okay, so this is what they do, right? Remember how they use the number 32? All of a sudden, all these cars start parking up on Pam's block with number 32 in the license plate. And then on my block, they've been doing that on my block. So all of a sudden, all these cars start parking up on my block with number 32 in the license plate. Watch this video. Right? So see, they know I'm recording now. So now here she goes again. Right? The minute they see me, they start playing with their hair. Okay? Or they're touching their clothing or something. That's her face. Okay? So now this is what they do. And so they use of other ethnic group. Now you see how she puts her hands to her lip to tell me to hush. But again, this is masking. So they are having a conversation, but the action is geared towards me, right? Sending me subliminal message.
You know, I gotta record it. And they use all types. See, Muslim women, they use them. Okay? And they go there.
Alright, now, so remember I talked about the V, how they're using the V as victory, right? And remember I was talking about how, you know, ultimately the people who perpetrate the program, that it comes from higher ups, is from the military, the Army, the Department of Defense, the CIA, the NSA, the FBI, all these security agencies, right? So, and they got the sirens. Okay, so said that
Army. I just talked about that. I just talked about the Army, right? And I just talked about the video.
He had his head down because he doesn't want his face on camera. They know exactly what they're doing. This is
I want you guys to understand.
Targeting someone.
This is the U.S. military,
right?
Defense Department, CIA, and they have brainwashed these people, manipulated them into targeting me because somehow I'm a threat. Now, how am I a threat? And they got a girl across the street with a palm behind her back. Right? But I'm a threat, right? But these people are the biggest threat. They break into people's apartments, steal their things, put bed bugs on their mattress and on their bed, and they got another subliminal.
And then they'll like to do this. So they'll use the super in Pam's building, the super in my building. And now she's walking with this shirt that says super. It's like, okay, so you're going to keep recording super. We're going to do this to you. We're going to retaliate against you. You know, so I'm glad I was able to catch this because I haven't caught this before. You know, because usually they'll use the super of the buildings to perpetuate that subliminal message. But now you see it right there in plain view on a t-shirt. We talk about silent subliminal. Remember, words have meanings. They have definition. You can use a combination of words to describe something, to tell something to somebody, or visually. Okay? Remember, I worked in the printing industry, so I know that, you know, when it comes to certain colors, you know, I remember working on project for Apple, and we were going over colors and describing how this color is warm, how it makes you feel very warm, this color is cold, and, you know, people are not going to pay too much attention to a cold color, unless if you're living in a particular climate or what have you, you may see certain colors a lot. Okay, so I know. Okay.
Super on the t-shirt. There's another red theme again.
Another red theme.
So now they're coming
and you see what she's doing in her hands. See her hands right there? She's taking her thumb and pressing it against her middle finger. That's what she's doing. It's like F you. You know? But they're not gonna deliberately come out and do it. But you will see after they realize that I'm recording, after it goes back to the higher ups that I'm recording, you'll see them start attacking me even more as retaliation. You'll see.
The red team, let's get her. Say hello. Okay. So now they're being super aggressive, so I'm gonna be super aggressive. Alright? They want to be super aggressive, so I'm going to be super aggressive. Ain't no shutting me up. Don't foil your lips. Now she's turning away because she don't want to be on camera. Oh, there you go.
See how they try to be slick with it? She heard me when I said, now she's turning away because she don't want to be on camera, so she turned back. Because again, not to make it look obvious, right? No, had I not said anything, she probably wouldn't turn around. Okay, but the reason why I said it is because I wanted to see her reaction. Okay, and of course she turns around, right?
Say hi. She heard me, so she turned back around. Alright? So they have them being super aggressive. So I gotta be super aggressive with my confidence. Anyway, this is cool right here.
Again, resting of the palm against the face. He was doing it. And so now they're going to send this guy now with these big ears, right? Big ears. So again, it's like shouting, right? Listen to us. Listen to us. Big ears, right? Fuck you. I ain't listening to shit you got to say. Whether it be verbally, subliminally, or whatever else. fuck you.
Yes. That's the big ears, man. Of course, that's the reason why they send him there, because he got the big ears, right?
And then here goes the hand behind the head.
So let's show them. Let's show them for who they are.
Imagine all these people here walking down are all part of a coercive persuasion program. They're all part of a cult. Ethan, I'm doing the video, please. Thank you. All part of a cult. Okay? And you're basically encased with these perpetrators every single day.
They're going to try to do like, oh, he's crazy. You know, use the crazy
team. In a coercive persuasion, what do they try to do?
That's what they're going to say.
If they can't do
this is
all of what they're trying to do,
work, right?
Come back and say, oh, he's
they can't get you one way. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, he's crazy.
I talk about as soon as I approach them, they start walking away. One walking that way, the other one walking the other.
Okay, they're having a conversation. She's pointing. Yeah, it's you.
Trying to mask their targeting, and I'm explaining exactly what it is that they're doing. This is them trying to.
Any other TI that's experiencing the same thing, you know what to expect, what's to come. Okay, and I'm going to expose them, but I never do. Now look at him. Yeah, you know what he's doing. See, look at it. They know what they're doing.
She turns around and she has a phone in her pocket.
You know exactly what they're doing.
Okay, so you got the guy in the wheelchair.
Behind his back.
Alright, so what you're going to see is that all of a sudden you're going to see me being bombarded by people in wheelchairs, right? And trying to say, what it is, they're trying to take away my disability and say, well, I'm not disabled because, look, I'm walking. Only the people that are disabled are the ones that are in wheelchairs, right? Or they want me to get a mentally labeled disability, right, to try to discredit me, okay? And like I said, the reason why I'm walking is because I'm taking muscle relaxers and painkillers, and I don't take them very often, okay, only when I really need them. And because of the psychological attack that's been happening to me lately, and the physical attack, that, you know, I had to go to the doctor. He prescribed me medicine for my headache, okay, because of the remote neural monitoring, and it's a specialized medicine for that. He told me that I have the neurologist told me that I have what is called ice pick headaches. He's like they're kind of like migraines, except they feel like ice pick. They're very sharp. And if you look at my video, I've described exactly what he told me. Okay, and so he gave me muscle relaxers, and he gave me, because also my right leg cramp up because when my back gave out. And the last time my back gave out, which was really, really bad, I was out of commission for like 2 months. And they gave me a cane, so I got a cane. And because I was putting so much pressure on my right leg, or was it my left leg, that my right leg got weak. And I just bent over slightly one night, and I had microturn of the buttocks, alright, the upper part of the buttocks, and I mean my leg was hurting and it was tingling at the same time. I couldn't put no pressure on my leg, not even the little slightest pressure I could not put on my leg. I remember I was taking the kids to Pam, and she had came to meet me, because I told her, because she had drill at the time, because so she came to meet me, and I told her, I said, listen, I can't make it. You got to take me to the hospital. So she took me to the hospital, and I stayed in the hospital all night, the latter part during the day, because I had to go get the kids. They gave me crutches, and ever since then, you know, after about, I would say, maybe, you know, because I was commissioned for 2 months with the back, and another month and a half with the micro tearing. So that's 3 months and a half that I was out of commission. It was winter. I had to walk with crutches. It was the most difficult thing I ever had to do, because I'm a big guy. Okay, I'm over 230 pounds. Okay, that was the most difficult things I had to do. Now, because of the microturn, I constantly have cramps in my calves and in my hamstrings. If I stand up and lift my lower leg up from the back, backwards, my calves, you know, basically cramps. Okay. So the fact that they're trying to say, okay, only people like that are disabled is bullshit. They've done this to me. Okay, they've done this to me, and because again, they physically damage me. Okay, they physically damage me using these directed energy weapons, these the vibrational acoustic weapons. Okay, physically damage me, right? And then when I get disability, then they're trying to shut me up, saying, oh, then they're trying to use that as a tool to say, well, if you continue talking about this, we're going to take away your disability. Okay, and this is what's going on every single day. This is what they're doing. Okay, so when I use my cane, they love it. They're like, oh, look, we damage him, what have you. The minute I don't use my cane, it's like, oh, he's not disabled. Oh, he's not disabled. Yeah, fuck out of here. Come on. Like, seriously? So you can damage me physically as well as psychologically, and then be like, oh, we done nothing to him? Come on, please. You know, these people, I swear, I'm telling you, narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopathic motherfuckers. That's who they are. Okay? And they get these fucking bumbling idiots, and I call them bumbling idiots. Yeah, I call them bumbling idiots. I don't care if they get upset, they get mad at me, what have you, such because whether I call them a bumbling idiot or not, they're still going to continue to harass me. Okay? So it doesn't make a difference. Alright? And you hear when I say bumbling idiot, you hear the car honk, right? Again, listen to my conversation, listen to me doing this video. This is what they're doing. Okay? So.
The security officer falling her mouth.
Yep, security officer. Now look at her. Again, she's playing with her hair. She sees me. And again, the hands on the face with the palm. See that? Now, get the Asians, Chinese.
They do take his glasses off. Now they're getting the Chinese.
Okay, she didn't want to be on camera. She turned her face and they go, you on. See, I'm very active today with my recording because I want to show everything that these people are doing. Okay? And when I got upstairs, I was bombarded by police sirens because they know I was going to make this video. They know it. Okay? So, within 2 minutes of me being there, here comes the guy, again, the red theme, alright? As I'm picking up my daughter. Okay?
Red theme play here again,
this is the stuff that they do. Right? This is the stuff that they do, right? Red theme, okay? So, okay, picked up my kids. We're on our way.
Oh, listen, see, why you drop it? Oh, that's too bad. See, that was you're too accident prone. Don't cry now. You dropped it.
Okay, now look. You see that? Again, she cuts across us now. Now, you know, she sped up just to cut across us. Look at I'm on this side. She could have just slowed down and, you know, walk behind me, but no, she want to cut across me because they want to, this is what she does. Staring directly at my crotch. Okay, so I look down at her, I look down too. And I'm like, what are you staring at? I mean, I didn't say that to her, but, you know, you guys.
And she turned around looking at my crotch. You know, get the Asians, the Chinese targeted me. Turn around, look at her crotch. Looking at my crotch, I mean. See? This is what they do.
Okay, so at that point I told my daughter, okay, we're going to go into the Dollar Tree, right? Check this out.
Come here, come on. Come here.
Now, when I got to the Dollar Tree, there was a lady in a wheelchair, again, that rolled into the Dollar Tree in front of me. And at that point, I said, okay, I remember the guy at Ethan and Alyssa school in the wheelchair. So now, we get to the Dollar Tree, the woman's in the wheelchair. So we start walking, and here's another woman. This is a different woman now. You're going to see both of them again. Another woman now being pushed. She's in the wheelchair. So again, using the wheelchair, and there she goes, woman here taking out her phone. Another Spanish woman who was holding the door for the lady in the wheelchair. She comes into that aisle that I was going to go to get access to Alyssa. So you see, they're using mind control technology to cause my daughter to drop her icy so that I will go into the Dollar Tree to get her icy. So now they're going to start the crowding, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. See this kid right here? Look, see? Let's go back. All orchestrated with this mind control technology. Okay? So, he's rubbing his hands together, doing this. see, just show it again. Okay. There he goes. All right.
Come on, which one you want?
There's another perp now, another teenager. See, they use these
Which one you want?
kids. So that's, you know, that's Ethan.
Come on, hurry up. Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go. Hurry up.
Okay, so now he comes to his father. They know I'm recording. See, they keep turning back and looking at the camera.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Now that's this kid's mother again. They're all part of it. Okay. They're all part of it, right? So they're going to do yellow theme. See, as soon as you guys close to her,
what you want?
Her with the red.
Ethan, do you want one too?
Red followed by yellow, or yellow followed by red.
They got cookies and cream.
Okay.
Are you gonna talk as well? Okay, come on, let's go.
Okay. And that's where they start the crowd.
I'm hungry.
Yep, that's how they eat in school.
So there's a lady in the wheelchair.
Using people in wheelchairs.
And as I'm walking, see how she sticks her middle finger? See how she had her hands like this, right? And she's doing like this. As I walk past, she goes like this. Okay?
People in wheelchairs.
Trying to be slick. Right there.
And then
she tucks it back in.
Expose every shit that they're doing.
There's another lady in the wheelchair now. All shows up at the same aisle that I was going to, which is the frozen aisle. Okay, now she sees me, I'm camera, she turns around and she's walking, right? And what's pointed, when she crossed me slowly, what's pointed in my direction? Her ear. Okay? Either playing with their hair or tugging on their ears or sticking their finger in the ear.
Yeah, I'm trying your ears towards me.
Yep, see, I recognize that. See?
Come on.
So now they don't know what to do now. This woman, she comes towards me, she turns around. You don't know what to do now.
Okay, come on, let's go.
I'm recording them.
Okay, you can show me that later.
Okay? Of course, the goal is to try to label me as crazy. If they can't throw me in jail, they can't throw me in a mental institute. They can't. You see? Hold on a second. Let me go back here. So you see the palm facing towards me as I turn. Okay. See that? Try to do real split. Okay. Now she starts tugging on her clothes. See? So let me just pause it. So here are the things. Right? So in a coercive persuasion program, what they try to do, right? And I've talked about this, right? What it is that they're trying to do. One is consequences, right? Physical or mental illness, which they've done both to me, right? The reappearance of physical illness, which is, them targeting me, doing stuff to make me hurt my back. For instance, like with Pam being over here, she's constantly dropping stuff on the floor, not picking them up, and meanwhile I have to constantly bend down to pick them up. And and usually I don't really bend with my back. I try to bend with my knees, but all that strenuous bending has caused my knee to hurt. Okay. So now sometimes I have to bend with my back, but when I bend down and I take my right leg and I just stretch it out right from the back so that my back is somewhat straight as I'm bending, but my leg is extended out, right? And I keep telling her about it. I tell her, listen, I clean up after you more than I clean up after the kids. You are 10 times worse. Not even 2 times. She is 10 times worse than these kids. And I can excuse my kids because they're kids. But you're an adult. You're a 43-year-old adult. You should not be like this. But it's the reason why. Again, they want to cause a reappearance of physical illness, okay, drug dependence, economic collapse, social failure, divorce, disintegration, failure to find a mate. So causing a rift between me and her to where I'm like, fuck it, I'm done. She's like, okay, we're done, and what have you, and we keep going back and forth, right? This is what they're doing. This is what they do. Okay? So it's no surprise that she's been acting the way she's been acting for the past month and a half. Okay? Okay, so at this point, okay, I forgot to click on back the video icon to show the video. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play the video from this point, which I basically forgot to turn on the video. So just bear with me for a minute. Let me get to that video again. Okay.
Come here, come on.
Okay, so
Come here, come on. Come here.
let's meet that. I just want to get to that part where I was in the store. Okay, we just finished this part. Okay. So now on the line. Now it's funny, right? Look at this lady here. As she, and again, you know, you'll see her turn around. Also, you see her stare at my daughter, right? And then she is staring at my daughter. Okay. See, this is the type of things that they do, right? To try to intimidate, right, Alyssa? Always trying to intimidate, right?
Oh, this was
No,
more.
get the paper, put it on the table. Ah, here. No, here. No.
no more chicken.
Listen how she just slammed down the divider thing, where you divide your groceries from the other customer groceries. Yeah, slammed it down. Now the lady in front of me with the toilet tissue, I want you to watch her hands. Okay, watch her hands as she puts it on the toilet tissue. She starts doing the hand signals. Remember I talked about the pointing finger and what that represents? Okay, so all of a sudden she starts sticking out her pointing finger. Then the cashier, again, tugging on her shirt with the palms face behind her back. Then she's wiping, this woman here in the orange, wiping her face as if she's wiping away tears, right? Now, mind you, it's not hot in the store. Okay, there's AC in the store, so she has no sweat. And you can see in the video, she's not sweating.
Okay, just hold it. Hold it. Listen, calm. No. Get off of that. Get off of it, please. No. I said no.
Trying to hold the.
I said no.
That I just bought her. Alright. So because
Okay.
you hear somebody coughing? Again, it's one of the tactics that they use, right? Once
You're
they know that
welcome.
we're STI,
Come on,
we start
Ethan.
recording them. And you see here again the lady, and
Okay.
turn around.
Yeah.
Let me show her.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Her.
Come on, Ethan.
And they're getting money.
Now, here she says, and they're getting money, right? Again, this is all staged acts, okay? So now she says that as I exit out, he's there, puts his hands up with his watch, because his watch symbolizes, again, something, and I explained to you guys a lot of times what that symbolizes. Whenever I went to pick up my son, you know, I had to go pick him up. Whenever I'm at the train station, arriving or I'm leaving the area to go home, when I either when I'm coming down the stairs from the train platform or I'm going up the stairs to the train platform, there would be two white police officers, always two white males, and they'll constantly look at their watch when they see me. They'll look at me, they'll look at their watch, they'll look at me, they'll look at their watch, they'll look at me, they'll look at their watch, right? And so didn't quite understand what that meant at first, right? But then I started to experience the same thing now with the civilian perpetrators. Okay, the civilian perpetrators were doing the exact same thing. Now, I don't know why my webcam is not working, but you know, of course, they have something to do with it. So, you know, whatever. You guys are hearing me. So, again, that was something that they've constantly do until, remember, one night I was going into the city, and this woman, you know, I was sitting at one end of the train. She came from the far end of the train, bypassed everybody, came to me and asked me, "Do you know what time it is?" Okay, and then people were constantly coming to me, specifically me. Everybody else was on the train; they would never go to them, but they'll come to me and they'll ask me, "Do you know what time it is?" Soon after that, I found myself stop wearing my watch. Okay, again, this is the conditioning. This is the fear conditioning that they instill within the mindset of TIs. So again, this is Doc NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, right? So you'll see as I come out, what he does. See, he looks at his watch. Okay. Then he puts his thumb on his mouth. Okay.
Come on. You want to hold it? Come on. There's the red theme again.
Yep. This time he has a Target shopping cart. Now, Sunday I had went to Target to purchase the mattress cover, right? The cover that encases the mattress, right? Because of the issue that I was having that I explained to you guys about, which is the bed bug situation, and I'm happy to say that I believe that product has been taken care of. Last night, you know, I slept for the most part of the night. I did wake up a couple of times. There were no bed bugs, so I was very happy about that. Okay. And so now I'm going to steam my clothes, the kids' clothes, and make sure that I've eradicated all of them. And then I'm going to steam clean my carpet, and you know, and I'm going to do this over the weekend. The kids are not with me over the weekend, so which is a good thing because I have the time and the effort to do what I need to do. But make no mistakes, these people, these perpetrators, are the ones that brought bed bugs onto my bed. Whether it be through my family members, they're the ones that did it. Okay?
So now everywhere I go, I gotta turn around. See? So now they feel they're so confident that they're just doing it outright.
Now, you see how she stops? She was walking with this lady, right? You see how she stops? She stops away from me. This is another Hispanic female that, again, they've been using.
You know, deliberately, because they feel that they are so confident, right? So look at her looking at the feel and the...
Now look at this Muslim lady. See? Now she's giving me the middle finger. See, now they recruit Muslim women into this. So I guess not only am I not supposed to talk to black women, Hispanic women, you want me to talk to white women for some reason because I'm not really attracted to white women, but that's what they want me to be attracted to, okay? Because they know I'm all about blackness, right? And not to say I have anything wrong against white women, but you know, I choose to only date black women specifically because of the war that has been waged on black men and black women in this country, and how black men and black women, we're constantly being separated, we're constantly being divided, we're constantly being put at odds with each other, and this is white supremacy doing. Okay, so we want to look at ourselves and say, oh, it's our fault. No, part of it is our fault, but the majority of it is white supremacy. Understand this and realize this. Okay, so here we go again. So the Muslim woman, again, with the middle finger, and you see her fold her lips. Okay.
Looking at the feel in there.
Okay. Yeah. And as I walk past, did I catch it?
See? There you go. Give me the middle finger.
She fold her lips slightly.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And again, the woman with the bag.
Because they feel so confident in what they're doing that now they feel that they can, you know, deliberately, and they're showing it too. They are showing it. At this point, they don't care.
You hear all the noise. You hear all that noise in the background?
Okay. Now here comes the crossing guard now. Come on, Ethan. Yeah, let's go back to where you come from. Yep. They're right there. Now you see? Now this is what they're doing. Now he's sticking his tongue out. Got it on camera, bro. Keep doing it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And look at this dude. He's mad. He's a mad perp. You know, I'm doing all these videos. They don't like it. They don't want to be exposed. They don't like to be exposed. They hate it. They literally hate it. Okay? But guess what? Say cheese, bro.
Yeah, look and see. A lot of Muslims today, see? The Chinese and the Muslims. Again, all street theater.
Those are two groups they don't normally use to target me, so that's why they stand out, and that's why I keep mentioning them, because, you know, now they've recruited more people from other ethnic groups. Like I said, you don't really see me a lot of videos having Muslim women on there targeting me. So now they've infiltrated these women of these ethnic group, and so now they are using them to target me.
Wall Street there, look at it, making his finger like a gun.
Yep, and he sees me coming. There's this young teenage kid, and he made his fingers like a gun. Okay.
See that? It's all street theater. This is all street theater.
She opens up her bag.
This is all street theater. Everything.
The guy in the gray shirt looks back at me. Okay, now look at this woman. See how she folds her lips? And watch she sticks her tongue out. See right there? Look how she sticks her tongue out at me.
All street theater and what they're doing. She's coming. Trying to get me aggravated. That's what it is that they're doing.
He goes over there to his friends. She's following him again in street theater. Now watch how fast they come around the corner.
Look at that. Come on. This is all street theater. I don't understand the word she's saying, but it's all street theater.
Now mind you, I'm recording all this stuff, but I'm still keeping my eye on my children, okay? Because I have to, okay? So not also do I gotta stay focused on them, but I gotta try and record what's going on. And they're doing this for this reason, to try to make me seem like, oh well, you know, he's a bad parent, he's not paying attention to his kids. But no, I had enough practice with these idiots, and I'm talking about these perps, these civilian perps, okay, to know that when I'm recording them, I know what to look for, but I'm also keeping an eye on my kids. Okay? Here he comes. See how quick that was? Running around the corner. And he says, I'm not going to stop, man. And they said, now they bring the ice cream truck. And I'm going to tell you how they use the ice cream truck in your target if you're a TI. They use the ice cream truck because on the ice cream truck it has the sign that says Mr. Softy, right? So meaning that when they're attacking you and you're trying to expose them, they don't want you to expose them at all. So they want you to, if you're fighting back, they will make it seem as if you're afraid because you're fighting back. And if you're not fighting back, then okay, then you're a brave person, right? If you're not fighting back in terms of trying to expose them. So they will constantly, you will constantly also see, especially during the summertime, you'll see a lot of ice cream trucks. Now the ice cream trucks are everywhere because it's summertime, they're selling ice cream, what have you. But they will use the ice cream truck in a particular way, right? To try to say that you're a Mr. Softy because you're trying to expose what it is that they're doing to you. So again, it's another tactic that they want to use to silence you. Understand this, okay? If it happens to you, understand that. It is another tactic that they're trying to use to silence you.
I don't know where she's saying. But it's all street theater.
He said, I'm not stopping, bro. I'm not stopping. And then in the back of his shirt, it says broken. Because again, they want to create broken human beings, right? So now as I'm walking, see this woman here, she takes the bag, right? So again, you know, with the whole it's in the bag thing, or we got it in the bag, what have you. So now she's going to move the bag towards the front of her, and the Muslim lady, she's going to cover her mouth, right? And then she's going to touch her ears, or stick her finger in her ears. Now, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick up everything because of the angle, but, you know, I can certainly see what she was doing.
Wall Street Theater, exposing them. I guess they know they've already been exposed, so they're doing whatever they want to do.
Yep, and this is exactly what these people do, okay? They are facilitators, they are perpetrators, okay, of these sort of programs, right? So don't be fooled, okay? All right, let me. Hi, welcome back. Sorry about that, but I had recorded this video before, and for some reason, some parts of it was cut off. So I want to get to. Let's get to this point here. You guys can see what's going on. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Okay, what the heck is this? Oh, this is Ethan's. Alright, let's go back to my video. Okay, let's pause that. Okay, so let's see where we were before I start over again. Okay. Okay. You know, talk about third parties, and you know, this dude, his shirt says broken in the back. You know, again, indication of what it is they're doing to us TIs, that they are creating broken people. Okay, broken in every sense of the world, physically, mentally, chemically, biologically. This is what they're doing. You know, and of course, you know, I'm an atheist, so you know, the Muslims are going to join in because I don't believe in God. And you know, if I was living in Saudi Arabia, one of those Muslim countries, they would have killed me by now. They would have stoned me to death, hanged me, shot me, chopped my head off, whatever. You know, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. What do surprise me though is that these same Muslims who's participating in this shit, these same perpetrators of these programs, of these crimes, will turn around and basically, you know, violate their right in every single way, right? So when I talk about Nazi Germany, okay, this is Nazi Germany, what we call this Nazi America, or it could be also that they're promising to help their kids. For example, the Muslim lady with that looks like to be her son, right? So they could be promising them favors, maybe, you know, get get them off of a watch list, or help them in school, give them a job, what have you. There's a whole host of reasons. This is 10 times worse than Nazi Germany. Okay, what do you think is going to happen when they condition the American public to be and do what the German people did? Okay, to ignore stuff, which is what they're doing. Okay, what happens when it becomes outright physical? Right? What's going to happen? None of these people will be able to say anything, because you know what? They've participated, they've facilitated in these types of crimes. Okay? And trust me, they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to go to jail. So they're going to let this stuff continue to happen. So, you know, see this woman here, she starts moving her bag as I approach. Right? Then look at her, she cover her mouth, fingers in the ears, and then cover her mouth again. The Muslim lady. The lady in
Wall Street Theater. Exposing them. I guess they know they've already been exposed, so they're doing whatever they want to do. They've already been exposed. So let's see.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at this video, because for some reason the video wasn't showing. Okay. Now at this point here, I'm thinking that okay, you know, it's over, right? I'm thinking, all right, they're gone, it's over. So my webcam is frozen. I got to see what I can do to fix that. Over. And so what you're watching is a video that I previously did, because there was a huge chunk that didn't have the video showing, so I had to record it over and then record on top of it, some parts on top of it. You see, I stopped the recording.
I didn't realize the back of this blue shirt says broken. Okay, because that's exactly what they're trying to do, trying to create broken human beings when they do this stuff to people.
Okay, so I ended the video right there. But then, as I was walking into the building, another teenager with red bandana. See the red theme? What does it say on his shirt? High school something champions. Right? Okay, to ignore stuff. Fingers in the ears. Red theme. Right? I'm thinking, alright, there.
Again, there you go. Silent subliminal.
Silent subliminal. This is what they do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the day. Hopefully, that's it for the day. You know, with the rate and the frequency of the targeting. Excuse me, you know, very, very intense, very, what's the word I'm looking for? The frequency has been anteed up, and my only defense mechanism is, to record them. My only defense is to record them to show, you know, what it is that's being done to me. Okay? So they can try to use whatever law they try to use to say, oh, I can't record this, or you know, or these parents, or well, he's recording my child, whatever. Yeah, I'm recording your child and you. Okay, not just your child. Okay, because when you are allowing, when you are training your child into a psychological program and how to psychologically harass someone, okay, I have every right to defend myself, even against your child. I'm not going to do it physically. Okay? I'm never going to do that. Okay? But I'm going to record to show how it is that you, the parents, are a bad parent. Okay? You are a bad parent for teaching your child to do these sort of things. And teaching your children to do these sort of things. Yes, you are. I'm a hell of a lot more better parent than you people are. Okay, y'all may have, you know, blacklisted me and physically hurt me, damaged me psychologically, damage me. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, I would never do this to your child, and I would never do this to you if someone in authoritative position come to me and said, hey, you know what, we need you to do this interview. I would never do that, because you know what, you're a human being, and I respect human beings. Okay? And I know better. I know the history of this government. I know the history of the corrupt police department. I know the history of religious organization, okay, who infiltrate academia, federal law enforcement agencies, Department of Defense, the Army, and all that shit. Y'all talk about y'all want to raise some goddamn holy war. What the fuck? Y'all want to destroy this country based on a fucking book that was created by Emperor Constantine to rule over people? That you're willing to destroy your children's future and their children's future so that your savior can return? Y'all the motherfuckers that need to be heavily medicated. Not me. Not other TIs. Y'all the motherfuckers the one that need to be heavily medicated. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit about the security or whatever. When they're the one that perpetrated whatever it is that they say that I did. Going around, spreading around these propaganda. They're the ones that perpetrated. Okay? You never heard about the FBI, manipulating people and then coming to arrest them, claiming that they stopped terrorism? But all you guys read is that book, right? That book. That's why they can come to you. Oh, well, you're in God's army. You're a soldier of God. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Please. People are unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. And then targeting my children. Talking about, well, if the parents did it, then the children has to suffer. Like, do you hear yourself? Do you all really hear yourself? I just gotta shake my head, because I can't believe you people.